Hey, coming up, it's another edition of Live from My Office, and a very cool special edition because we're plugging something important. Not that the other stuff's not important, but this one really is. In the meantime, we are sponsored by my friends at Apt Electronics, your number one destination for the home. And with LG's summertime Buy More, Save More promotion, you can save up to an extra $1,000 when you bundle eligible LG or LG Studio home appliances. The offer is valid through August 20th. It's not going to last forever. Now, LG is committed to creating products that perform at the highest level for years and years to come, and all your neighbors are going to be jealous. They're going to see that you have the cool LG stuff, and they'll go, why does my house suck? Well, because you didn't go to Apt. Get there. Elevate your life at home with America's most reliable line of appliances. For free and home delivery, professional installation, complete satisfaction, shop at Apt, pleasing people since 1936. Hey, it's Steve Cochran. Welcome to Live from My Office. I got a haircut. Can you tell? Yeah. Monica takes care of this for me, has for years. She was even cutting my hair when I had hair. And I know what you're thinking, Steve. You're at a point in your life where you can cut your hair by just waiting, and whatever's left will fall out. Well, that's not funny, but I do think I'm looking more badass than ever. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. I'm glad you're here. I really am glad you're here, and I'm glad you're joining us for another edition of Live from My Office. This is a cool one today, and I'll tell you more about our guest and what I'm doing next week, and honored to be doing it. I will tell you this. Our friends at Apt Electronics are going to give you $25 off your purchase of $150 or more when you use Cochran25 for the promotional code. That's COCHRAN 25. Thank you, Apt, for that. And speaking of things Apt is doing for you, we've got these great Survive 2025 hats and shirts. You'll see during the interview, I'm sporting the Survive 2025 hat. And you can get a hat, you can get a shirt, and while supplies last, every purchase is going to get an Apt gift card. The Apt gift card is worth $50. The shirt and the hat are less than $50. You're making money on this deal. Well, how do I order, Steve? Well, let me tell you. You simply go to CochranShow.com and click on the Survive 2025 merch, or if you want to go directly, it's CochranShow.com/Survive 2025. And it's in the show notes as well. All right, moving forward here. What else do I need to tell you? We did that. We did this. What about our relatively new podcast, Anything But Politics? Drops every Monday or Tuesday, and we've got several already up on our YouTube page. The YouTube page is called Live from My Office, and this is a production of Live from My Office. But Anything But Politics features my friends and me talking about anything but politics, because we all need a break. Again, that's every Monday or Tuesday. The new Live from My Office episodes, like this one, drop on Thursdays and Fridays. Subscribe wherever you get podcasts. And again, check out our YouTube channel. It's the Live from My Office YouTube channel. There's a lot going on here at Live from My Office, and a lot more to announce as well. And don't forget, I'm also writing for Substack. And on Substack is this gigantic blog site. And there's all sorts of great stuff to read in there. But I suggest you read me and follow me. In there, you'll see my latest work, which is pointing out why it may seem like a small story, but I think it's very significant that Donald Trump dropped an F-bomb on live TV last week, and he meant to do it. So I'll explain to you my take, my viewpoint on that, and why it matters. It's called Live from My Keyboard. It's on Substack. But again, it all falls under the Live from My Office umbrella. As I said, I'm glad you're here, and we're going to jump into the interview. The interview is with Josh from Will's Place. Josh and Erica are the leads for this great band. And next week, there's a big concert benefiting Josh's brother, Will. I'm going to talk about that, talk about my brother, Mickey, and talk about an important way that you can help adults with disabilities as we continue now on Live from My Office. I'm lucky, and this is one of those times where I get to help expose something that has a personal meaning to me, and also something that's a really good thing going on. If you live in the greater Chicago area, you may have heard about Will's Place. Will is the star of the family. His brother Josh is here. Josh and Erica front just a great band called the Empty Pockets.
Hey,
and
buddy.
Empty Pockets play out everywhere. It's just great to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. It's always good to be with you.
Yeah, and you put together a show that is coming up next week. What is the date of that again?
It's Thursday, July 10th. And I'm very excited. We're calling it a concert for Will's Place, a little tiny reference to a concert for George, a sort of variety show I've always loved. But I've always wanted to put on essentially the last waltz. And we're definitely doing that in that tradition.
And we'll tell you about the bands that are going to be playing along with Empty Pockets. And of course, your friend Al Stewart will be there.
Al Stewart is coming. He doesn't do that many things like this. I'm very excited. We're on his farewell tour, so this could be his last trip to Chicago. It's possible.
And we were talking before we started rolling and recording here. Can you talk about what's going on in London? Can you mention that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we are on Al's farewell tour, and we have a bunch of dates. We're in Amsterdam, we're in Dublin, and we're in Glasgow, but we're in London I mean, kind of ridiculous for me. I'm a Beatles fan. The place where John Lennon famously said to the Queen, everybody rattle your jewelry, is the London Palladium, and it's just a legendary venue, and we're sold out at the London
So
Palladium.
great. So great.
They're very generous to us, the Al Stewart people. They called the tour Al Stewart and the Empty Pockets. So we're
Where
like
is
on
that?
the tour name. And so I know it's Al Stewart, but also we sold out the London Palladium.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's not even exaggerating. And make sure you take a whole lot of geeky pictures around whatever the marquee is that night.
Yeah, right. All the venues were in the UK and Europe are these spectacular old 1,000, 2,000 seat theaters, and we're nearly sold out in all of them. So it's a very
Wow.
exciting fall for us.
So we'll get more in Empty Pockets and tell you about the other bands that are playing. And this is a benefit for Will's Place. So let's start with the nuts and bolts. Will is who?
Will, as you said, Will's my brother, and he's the star of my family. It's funny. I became a professional entertainer, starred in all the plays in junior high and high school. I sing and I write songs, travel the world. We're sold out at the London Palladium. But my
Oh,
brother
that's great.
Will, who doesn't speak, he's an adult with disabilities, is the star of my family.
Right, right.
Younger than me, extremely charming. He's come on your radio show in the past.
He's a
Very
great guy.
dude.
He's a great guy. He's just a great guy.
He when he turned 22, my mom kind of started freaking out because the natural support, the government support for an adult with disabilities really falls off the cliff, and so she's kind of a maniac, and she started a nonprofit called Will's Place, which is a cafe that now employs, I think we're at about 22 or 23 adults with disabilities. Yeah, it's awesome, man, and it's really good, like as in quality place to have lunch or breakfast, and it provides this super meaningful employment. Not that there's anything wrong with greeting at a Walmart or bagging at a Jewel, but this is so much elevated from that. And we're
Sure.
2 years in, and the community it's created is just very special. And so planning this concert that's going to raise serious money. I mean, I think we're going to raise $50,000, maybe more than
It's a
that.
big deal.
I don't have 50 grand to
Right,
donate. So
right.
this is what we could do. And I'm just very excited that Al Stewart said yes, that the rest of the volunteers that are performing, such great, talented people said yes, that you're hosting for us. I mean,
Yeah.
we were out to dinner, Eric and I, with her very talented high school choir teacher. And we were reminiscing, and she's like, "Oh, I'm coming to your concert for Will's Place." And a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, how'd you get Al Stewart?" And she said, "I just love Steve Cochran. You were the star for her."
You know what they say? They say Steve Cochran is the Al Stewart of your fill in the blank here.
Of hosting a benefit concert.
If you live in the Chicago area or you visit, and that means just about all of you, Will's Place is in Skokie. What's the specific address?
It's on Lincoln Avenue. It's right across from the Skokie Theater. It's downtown Skokie, and we're open Tuesdays through Saturdays for breakfast and lunch. The breakfast sandwich is gets a lot of attention. So do their fried chicken sandwich. They introduced French fries, and then they're not open on Sundays, but they are now at. And I love a farmer's market.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
the Skokie Farmers Market. And I
So
actually
great.
think I'm going to be jamming at the Skokie Farmers Market in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
get a breakfast sandwich, get an iced coffee, and check out Will's Place. It's crazy win-win, dude, because it's a very special quality restaurant. Great sandwiches, salads. drinks, good staff, but it also is, like we've been talking about, like, it's such an important mission. So I really am proud of them.
Yeah, and I will vouch for the food. I've been to Will's Place more than once. The food's tremendous. The service is tremendous. The experience is great. Your man, Jeffrey, I think he's your cousin that manages things during the day. I couldn't be more inspired by him. He had a great line. He said, because we were talking about regular restaurant world, and he said, the problem with regular restaurant world is I couldn't get people to show up for work on a regular basis. He said, the great problem I have now is I can't get these guys to go home.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's how much they love it.
They do we're not open on Friday night. We're not open tonight. So they're doing a community night every Friday. And so it's the staff's family. I did a songwriting night, but they've done pizza making or flower, whatever you call that, putting flowers together.
Yeah.
All different stuff. And they're doing basketball many Sunday mornings. So it's become this entire community. It really
well,
is.
and when you create a community, and again, no knock on Jewel, no knock on Walmart, no knock on anybody that is supporting adults with disabilities. But when you create a community that goes beyond the time they're together at work, we, as the alleged normal functioning folks of society, we have our own communities. There's a loneliness that goes to folks with disabilities. They tend to stay with their families. My brother, my older brother, lives on his own, but he's had a lifetime disability. And so it's a very sensitive thing to do. I told you my daughter is what's called a BCBA and works with kids with autism every day and manages therapists who do the same. This is vitally important stuff.
Yeah,
and
it really
you should be proud of yourself for putting this together.
We're really happy about it. I mean, I was volunteer managing at Will's Place a couple of weeks ago, and a little kid comes in, and I think that he had Down syndrome or autism, and
Okay.
he was waited on. Him and his mom were ordering breakfast and was waited on by one of our adults with disabilities who works there, and he looks at his mom, and it killed me. He says, "Can I work here when I grow up?" And it was just like, oh, wow, representation, right? People, you hear about that, why representation is important. But it was just like in my face in that moment.
That's so
like,
cool.
Oh my God, that's another big reason why we have
That's
this.
so cool.
Is because,
That's so cool.
like people talk about Caitlin Clark, right? Little girls can be like, wow, I can be a basketball star. Like little boys looked at Michael Jordan back in the day. And it's like that piece that you could look at William or Bobby or Shane or these other people or Julia who work at Will's Place and say, wow, I have a disability. A 6-year-old's old enough to know, like, I'm
Sure.
not the same. I have autism.
Yeah, I'm different, right.
And you might think, oh, wow, my life is narrower and restricted. And then you look and you're like, no, I want to work there.
That's tremendous. That's tremendous. You know what? Give your mom a hug for that, because I know your mom's the engine behind this, along with her very busy regular life and regular job. I know she'll be there. Talk about the bands, your buddies who are showing up for this.
We got a great group of talent together. Al Stewart's coming, hit songs. Lynn Jordan, she just played Blues Fest. She just sang the national anthem at the Blues Day at Wrigley Field. I've been jamming with Lynn for years, but she's truly like legendary Chicago blues diva. She's coming. We got the Lovettes coming. They're super talented, adorable throwback girl group. We're going to do a little medley with them. Chase Huna is coming, who's like a rising jazz saxophone star.
Cool.
His song is #1 on the jazz charts in Spain right now.
Nice.
He's coming in. Barry DeBrois toured with Once, a Broadway guy, and a buddy of mine, Todd Kessler, who was on The Voice, a really, really good singer-songwriter. He's coming in. And then the Empty Pockets will play our original music, and we'll back almost everyone up, and then we'll all play together at the end.
Yeah, and to see all of these bands there for the right reason, out of their love and friendship and respect for you and Erica, and I'm sure Nate and Adam as well. It's going to be a very special night. I don't think, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this. The venue is tremendous.
Yeah, North Shore is awesome. We were talking with Steve and Johnny on WGN, and they love how comfortable the chairs are. It's always perfectly air conditioned. There's free parking. I mean, there's a lot of good.
Exactly. And great acoustics.
Yeah, and I was hoping to do at least 500 tickets. It's almost 1,000-seat venue, and we have less than 100 tickets.
That's great.
So
let's sell it out, people. Let's sell it out.
It really is going to be fun. And we have two acts with an intermission in between. We've got some Will's Place snacks in the lobby before. We've got
Nice.
special posters, and then we got a little silent auction, including I think you could name a sandwich at Will's Place.
Cool.
A
Cool.
guitar signed by everyone.
That's great.
It's gonna be fun.
And your friend Andrea Darlis from the old show may join me as well.
Ooh, I
To
would
come
love that.
by.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great. All right, so let's sell it out. You get tickets how?
You just go to the North Shore Center website or just go to our website, theemptypockets.com. They're selling tickets through Ticketmaster. I'm not a huge Ticketmaster fan, but I do have to give them credit that they've started to include the fees in the price you see while you're buying them. There was nothing more annoying than filling your cart with tickets and then you being like, this huge change in the price. Now they actually they bottle it all in, and even so, our prices are very reasonable.
No, it's tremendous. And the money that is raised will support Will's Place going forward and give even more adults with special needs opportunities to have a fulfilling, full life that they deserve.
I'm trying to slow her down. My mom is very ambitious. She wants more bakers. She wants more employees. She wants to expand the operation. So we're definitely going to be making a difference as we go forward. And I love your hat. It says Survive 2025.
The year that we've had, this is a great way to help you feel better about this year. Whether it's the insane weather, the news, the politics, obviously, and everything else, we got to get together. And this, to me, is America's slogan for 2025.
Yeah,
we have to survive this year.
And this that we're doing, stepping in and providing a vital service, this is what you do. Like, we can only vote every 2 years. That's
Yep.
how, but right now, that's why I'm so proud of Will's Place. It stepped in this uncanny moment where we're going to say, are you in a marginalized group? Screw you. We're not going to support you anymore. Good luck. So then, okay, we'll just do it ourselves. If the government can't do
Won't. Yeah. Won't.
or aggressively goes, whatever. We're going to do it ourselves because that's all the government is all of us collected anyway. So we might as well just screw it and do it ourselves.
It's going to be a great night, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I'm sure you have links to the other acts on the Empty Pockets site as well for more information. You just Google them up.
We sure do.
But the Empty Pockets, you've had a very busy 2025 already. You mentioned you sold out the Palladium, and all the gigs still to come. Tell me about the band. Tell me, original members still in tow?
We have almost all our original members. Adam Belasco, our drummer, joined in 2018. Nate and I have been playing, our bass player, have been playing music together for, I'm going to be 40, so we've been playing music together for 30 years. When I was 10 years old.
How about that?
It's pretty wild. Erica and Nate and I have been in the band for getting close to 20 years together. We have our 8 Billboard charting albums. We're doing it all the old-fashioned way.
That's
we
very
love
cool.
selling you a CD ourselves from our website.
Sure.
And we've been touring the whole world, and we're playing our original blues rock music everywhere. We're going to definitely be doing, we haven't announced it yet, but we'll definitely be doing a show in Chicago this December.
Great.
We're getting pretty excited to go across the pond, play that sold-out show at the London Palladium. I've never been to Amsterdam. We got a big show in Amsterdam, and we have 2 big shows in Dublin. I'm really excited about that. Did I lose you?
Everything that your brother's been doing for you and doing for your family. That's the thing people need to understand as well, Josh, is if you have somebody in your family that has special needs, you get 10 times more back from them than you'll ever put in that relationship as well.
Yeah, it's like a hidden thing that people don't understand. You hear people talk about, even in politics again, even in this administration, you hear people talk. Somebody said something about like somebody with autism won't ever contribute.
That's Kennedy.
And it's just not at all true. And it's not even like a touchy-feely, we're all the same and we're all equal. We're not all equal. Like
No.
some people are, we mentioned Caitlin Clark earlier, like we're not equal. She's
Right.
better at shooting threes, know?
Right.
Life is so much, the spectrum of life is so much broader than this narrow example. I'm sure as you feel about your brother, like William is one of my best friends. It's my brother who is 24, who Will's Place is named after, who can't talk. a disability opens up something else. Like William has this incredible personality, and maybe it's because he can't talk. He has such a different outlook than I do, and I think there's a crazy amount of value with there.
I totally agree. My wife has a great take on it. She's taught me more about my brother, her brother-in-law, than I ever knew myself. And she said, when we all get to heaven, I could see God sitting with Mickey, my brother, with Will and everybody else with special needs. And they all just look at us and go, look, we're fine. We were just making sure you guys got the message. And the cool thing about what's going on Thursday night at the North Shore Center is these folks got the message. Everybody buying a ticket gets the message. And we're going to turn them all into missionaries to go out there and spread the word about Will's Place and about the great things going on for adults with disabilities. Give Erica a hug as well. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being involved. Thanks for
Of
using
course.
the platform. Always, whatever your platform is, to spread
man.
good word. I respect what you do so much. Thank you, man.
And let's make it simple. Just go to theemptypockets.com, follow the links to get tickets.
Please do.
Hey, before we get back to the action, more from my friends at Apt. Oh, it's hot. Very, very hot. You're outside, you're grilling, right? Hey, good news. Going on through August 31st, there still is that opportunity. Whoop, hold on. I'm being handed a note. Oh, no. Their big grill demo situation is through July 1st. I was wrong. July 31st, that's going to come fast. But what is that special grilling promotion? Gourmet cooking outdoors with grilling demos every weekend featuring all the products that Apt has in the grilling department, Weber, Lynx, Napoleon, Coyote, and more. All right. And that's every weekend through the end of July, through the end of this month. Apt is your number one destination for the home, and they want you to be ready for this high heat as much as you can be. Look, there's no better way to prepare for hot temperatures than with a new air conditioner from Apt. Explore the collection of window ACs, wall units, portable, even whole house central air. You're going to be glad you did. Don't melt in your home, because the people you love, who you left behind, will have to explain why you were foolish. Now, you don't want that. In the meantime, of course, they also have ceiling fans that can help circulate air, and they're so good about customer service. If you do really need the help, I'm sure the Apt sales staff will come by with a cold compress. But let's start with getting you the AC you deserve, whatever the size. Discover the right air conditioner for your space with the help from the specialists at Apt. For free delivery, professional installation, and complete satisfaction, shop Apt, pleasing people since 1936.
Thank you for listening to Live from My Office, a service of Monkey Run Productions. All rights reserved. The podcast is hosted by Steve Cochran, and it's mixed, edited, and produced by me, Ross Cochran. Steve is available for corporate speaking gigs. He would love to MC your event, and occasionally, he's funny. Thank you for listening. Head to cochranshow.com for more.